What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Big Country, and we're returning to No Place Like Home, 1991. Thank you again to Wayne. And the next track is Into the Fire, which has a visual and atmospheric intensity. I was thinking in advance, it's not the first time they've had fire as a word and concept in a song title of theirs, which is to say Fields of Fire is one of the songs that I remember going through, and one that I've listened to since I did that reaction. So yes, I don't necessarily expect any direct connection, but the idea of going into the fire is, of course, dangerous or potentially intense at the very least. I will say, though, fire can be cleansing, right? Not only because, a field or a forest being burned in some ways can lead to later growth, but there's also, of course, the concept of the phoenix, someone who immolates and then rises from their own ashes. So it could be about rebirth or a larger cycle, but again, into the fire for biological creatures is at the very least a dangerous place to be. So yeah, I wonder what we might be dealing with here. And of course, fire could be more metaphorical about, the heat or the passion or the, what's the right word? A wave of intensity that leads someone to act. And again, even then, it might be like a visual reference to lend a concept to whatever is happening figuratively. So I'll try to catch what I can. This is Big Country. The song is Into the Fire, and it's from their 1991 album, No Place Like Home. I was already gonna say I like this tune a lot, and then it just took an extra couple minutes to jam out in a blues rock and like a harder blues rock sort of sound. That was a really unexpected second half, or at least final third of the song, relative to what I thought was a very good song that was ending, but no, it didn't end. And in fact, how long was that? Like 6 minutes? Yeah, just about 6 minutes. So, okay, Into the Fire, I mean, it sounds like he's offering or requesting, issuing an entreaty to another person. I was thinking woman, but you know, I suppose it could be written more generally, like just someone willing to come along with you on a journey that maybe, you know, there's danger, there's intensity. But yeah, I was framing it as like a woman where it's like, you know, love, passion, spending time together, a life together. You know, it can be dynamic, it can be dangerous, but it felt like an invitation to that. But yeah, there were other parts where I wasn't hearing the lines clearly, so I don't quite know what to make of it. There was a line that I did hear at least part of that now I'm blanking on. I even like, you know, pointed because it was like, I think it was related to the title, but there was something else I caught there, and now in the moment I'm not recalling. But yeah, again, like the first half of the tune, it was like, you know, sort of a pop rock track, but with a bit of a rustic folk or like rural kind of flavor. And then, as I said, it sort of like ground almost to a complete halt and then ramped up and got this edgy blues rock sound where the guitar was really kind of jamming. Now, all the while, both before, maybe especially before that shift, but even still a little bit after, there was an electric, like blues style organ that I was really hearing and was really providing a nice melodic texture to the track. And again, Stuart sounds good. It's, you know, singing, as I've heard fans who've known them for a long time talking about, like, his vocal stylings are not identical to what he was doing in the early 80s, but it's still unmistakably his voice. And, you know, he does have one of those voices where once you hear it a few times, it is very easy to recognize. But yeah, again, he's singing, I think, very melodically here, and there's a size or a depth to his vocal delivery. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I was already going to say that, and then it went into this blues rock like instrumental jam in the final couple minutes, which took it to another level for me and really had a lot of energy and power even beyond what the first half of the track was doing. So yeah, a very cool one, a dynamic track, a track with a surprise in the last couple minutes. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.